Alrighty. Hello, weary travelers, and thank you very much for your patience. Welcome to the Come and Go Tavern. My name is Sheela Ornthalis, and I'll be your hostess this afternoon. Today's kitchen special is ham with corn casserole and mashed potatoes, and it looks like Alexia is currently available for a full-service package, if you know what I mean. But if you see anything or anyone else on the menu that you're interested in, just let me know, and we'll see what we can do. Today will be my 66th Final Fantasy XIV stream. Last time we took down Zeralja, only for Sphene, yeah, that's her name, Sphene, to reveal that she had bigger plans all along. Like, he'd been telling us this, and so, you know, it was fairly obvious that something was going to happen. But I did not expect it to be what did happen, because as she disappeared to another reflection along with all of the Endless, we were left wondering what's actually going on and how she's going to try and steal the ether of the people of the Source. I doubt we'll actually get any answers to that this time, but we will find out together. Either way. As always, I will also be available for regular comments, questions, and concerns about the tavern, as well as conversations, so don't be afraid to fill that chat with discussion. And thank you very much for the early lurk, Meat Stick. I appreciate having you here. So let's go ahead and get to our gameplay, why don't we? We're still running around. Whoop, I've completely messed up the locations. But yeah, we're still running around Solution 9, and I have to wonder how these folks are going to feel when they realize that Queen Sphene is gone, or if it'll even register to them. So much has happened and so quickly. I'm still catching up mentally. But where it concerns Zeralja, I have no regrets. I made my choice and did what I had to do. I only wish I could have stopped Sphene too. I stopped her from walking her misguided path. I could definitely use some rest. Let's... Ooh. Alpaca... Pasta. Pasta. That says pasta, not paste. Mesquite soup. Tacos de carne asada. I'm really sorry, but we're not sure what happened to Kapchiwa. The others are trying to learn what they can. Oh, Kapchiwa. We'd known that such a day would come, but I wish we could have at least said goodbye. You knew then that she was already gone? We did. We all did. Kapchiwa forbade us from saying anything. She wanted to tell you herself when the time was right. I expect she was torn over how to reveal the truth to Erenville. I see. I don't think anyone can blame her for keeping quiet. But tell me, how are the people faring? Have they forgotten Zeralja and me already? No, they still remember him. We wonder if this might be the result of the gate at the summit being closed. Most are unaware of developments. They'll be relieved to hear that the king has been defeated, but at the same time, they're like to panic if they learn that the queen has disappeared. Right now, Geode is making contact with the various government bodies, but it'd probably be best to keep it all under wraps for a time. Agreed. Once we've resolved matters, I'll explain everything to the people. I consider it my duty. As to Zeralja's mechanical army, what's become of them now that he's gone? Ah, yes, about that. We suspect that Zeralja passed. The king's authority appears to have been transferred to Gululja. So he's a little king. A little boy king. You mean to say Gululja is the new king? Well, a coronation is required to make it official. For the moment, the system recognizes him as his father's successor. But I don't want this. I don't want to be king. It's not the decision you have to make right away, but given that the authority comes with the command of the army, you can't give it up lightly either. We can think on it together later, but for now, I want you to hold on to it. It's what your father has left you. If you say so. Are you all right, Lamati? Huh. What is this? Why can't I... Despite everything that's happened, all the terrible things my brother did, I still don't know how to feel towards him. What's wrong with me? It's perfectly normal. Your brother just died. You think so? I'll take your word for it. For now, we have things under control. Why not return to Tuliholal and rest up while the others handle the investigation? You know, I think I'll do that. It'll be good to see how things are at home and catch up with Kona. Hey, why don't you two come too? Or why don't the two of you come too? But won't everyone hate me? Of course not. They might be a little unsure at first, but I'll set them straight. Gululja the baby. Yeah, right, Mistborn. Besides, I want to introduce you to Kona as new family. Hello, Gloria. Hello. I also meant to say hello, Misty. Or no, Mistborn. That Misty feels wrong. I don't know why. It's the boy. Oh, I've missed a lot of stuff. I am. Missed is good. Fair enough. Then let's be off. We'll head directly to the palace to see Kona. Yeah, sorry about that. I have a bad habit of just like taking a portion of somebody's name and doing blank E at the end. I don't know where it started. It's a thing that I do. Just had to shovel snow in lieu of getting to exercise. Hey, fair enough. The other day when we wanted to go out, one of the vehicles that we use, like, it hadn't snowed very much. Like, looking out the back windows, it was like, you know, like a thin layer of snow. Like, it was already starting to melt in the sunlight. And then we go outside and there are 3 inches of snow on the car. And we're like, are you kidding me? You should have been smart today, change your availability, now you have to work on Black Friday. Boo! Boo! But hey, been there, done that. And for that matter, I actually have a tour coming up fairly soon because with everybody taking off work for the holidays, they expect to be entertained. And so, you know, hey, we're gonna go make some money entertaining folks. But I'll talk about that more next week, probably. But basically, like, the first 2 weeks of December, I won't be streaming Well, the first 2 weekends of December, I should say. I'll still make a stream the first Tuesday. I'll miss the second Tuesday, and then I'll be back for the third Tuesday. But before I go to that, we do have a special event that we're going to be doing tomorrow, since it is the 5th Saturday of the month. For those of you who've joined us in the time since the last time we did a 5th Saturday thing, basically like every Saturday I play a tactics game except for 5th Saturdays, when I do a random game that I haven't played on the channel before. But again, we'll talk more about that later.
You are returned!
Eh? Yep.
Wait there! I'm coming down!
Yeah, Kona's a good kid.
Where's Lamachi? What happened inside the dome?
She'll be back soon. She's just showing your nephew around the place. Well, there's a lot that happened in there. Explain, explain, explain.
So my brother is gone.
Yep.
Yet the danger remains. And you must soon sally forth unto an unknown reality.
I have a new nephew? Yeah.
Hey, Kona!
The baby.
Lamachi, is this boy, perhaps?
This is Zorolja's son, Kululja.
I see. Time did flow differently inside the dome.
Mm-hmm.
If he is our brother's child, then... Kululja, was it? My name is Kona, and I am Lamachi's brother.
You're her brother?
Yep.
You'll find none more dependable than Kona. He's family, and he'll take good care of you.
Mm-hmm.
A pleasure to meet you, Kululja.
A pleasure to meet you too, Uncle Kona.
Well, I suppose I am your uncle.
Yeah, it's just a little disconcerting to hear it, isn't it?
But simply Kona will do.
You're all confused, and little wonder. Rest assured, all will be explained in due course. But for now, I want to make one thing clear. Kululja is his own person. He had no part in his father's crimes.
Nah, unk status.
If you have anger towards Zorolja you need to express, Kona and I will gladly hear you. But you will treat Gululja as you would any child, with kindness.
As we should. The boy's done no wrong.
Yes, the vow of resolve speaks true.
Oh, it's so good that people are just like, you know what? Yep, fair. I know not everybody will be that way, but still.
So, will you tell me what happened? Grahatia has given me a summary, but I would hear your detailed account.
Can we walk while we chat? I want to see how things are in the city.
Ooh, that is a lot of writing.
In that case, let us make our way to Bright Bloom Post. Our soldiers remain on high alert, but if the threat of invasion has passed, I will bid them take a well-earned rest.
Catboy to catboy communication. Just pure vibes. Yeah, the next story that I'm releasing is probably only going to be about 9 pages, which is shorter than I used to do, but hey, it's... excuse me. It's better to get back on the horse, as it were. Given I'm going from writing my most recent book to jumping back into short stories, that's like I'm happy with how this one turned out. I feel like you should split this into chapters. Oh, definitely, please do. I don't know. I can't really give a lot of advice on how to do that because I just kind of naturally started organizing chapters episodically because of previous work in film and television. So when I started writing, like, that's just kind of how my chapters ended up. That doesn't necessarily work for everybody. But, you know, hey, might be something to try out. It was indeed Zoralja's realm inside the dome. A realm he ruled jointly with Sveen. He is the king of resolve, and she the queen of reason. Just like you and me here. Their people live very different lives compared to ours, but like us, they live them to the fullest. And Sveen is a big part of that. She's a considered and approachable ruler who treats everyone as family. You and her must have got along well. We did, but out of love for her people, she's chosen the wrong path. They're a good folk, the Alexandrians. They welcomed us into their homes and treated us with kindness and respect. But Zoral just slaughtered them. Slaughtered those he was meant to protect for his own ends. By the gods, tell me how this came to pass. I'm really having a really hard time starting this Kamen Riders in this fanfic. A huge part of me wants to commit with an in media res and then go back to the beginning, though. I mean, that's... ooh. So, I know... okay, after I finish the next story that I'm working on, the following project is going to be a pilot script for a Metal Heroes series that I've had banging around in my brain for the last, oh goodness, probably 3 years, I think. Like I've had this OC Kasetizer who has been like I've been iterating on every 6 months or so. As I work through exactly what her life is like and all this sort of fun thing. And I've got the basic structure for the pilot episode. And I definitely like the idea of an in media res cold open for it that shows, that kind of like, think back on like Kamen Rider Kuga and Agito, like those sorts of series. It's very much that era that I have in my brain when it comes to like how I would want to shoot this if I were making a real thing, you know. And so yeah, doing a cold open that sort of shows how things started or how things ended in the 80s, and then pick it up in 2025 with the secondary cast kind of showing how they got there, and then how she comes back into being a hero again. Definitely sounds like a lot of fun. Kuga has a good one. Also, the cold open in media res for FFXIV was the last episode too. Yes, it was. I go Kuga just because like that's the style I have in my brain for this series. FFXIV is a more modern take on things, if that makes sense. Like, I love the, like, specifically because this hero has a mixture of aesthetics of the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, but then takes place in modern time in the 2020s. Like, her entire theme is like CRT screens and like cassette tapes, VHS, and all that sort of fun stuff. So like, I mean, down to the point that like one of her main attacks is called a scanline razor, and the idea is it's a 1 pixel thick like light sword that slices people's like apart into like the scattered scan lines of the RGB spectrum. It would be a really fun effect to do on screen. But yeah. So like that's kind of why I go back to the Kuga thing, because like then you can experiment with that like super high frame rate. That was the like 60 frames a second DV tape soap opera effect that season in particular had going on. And plus they had a really beautiful mixture of analog and digital effects. Like, they made really good use of like digital chroma key and things like that, but they were still making use of like painted over frames every once in a while. Yeah. Like, Kamen Rider Black is another great example of the aesthetic for this series, because again, like they made a lot of use of like paint over and laminate over effects directly onto the film. Thank you very much. I think it's cool too. Obviously, this OC wouldn't have been sitting in my brain for this long if it wasn't. I remain pissed about Zetst. Not because it's a bad series. It is a fantastic series, but the next Toku OC that I was working on was a Kamen Rider called Kamen Rider Snooze, whose like base form was an Ichigo themed Kuji. Like, it just, the full-on fluffy bodysuit that's themed after the first Kamen Rider. And then like Zest came out and I was like, no! Because I didn't post anything about him. I didn't get a finished drawing or anything done before we found out that Zest was all about sleep as well. And I was like, oh no, I've been... yeah. Oh, it's such a mood. It's okay. I still have like a number of Sentai teams, and now that we have the unfortunate news about Sentai, I know I'm not going to get undercut that way. But yeah, the two most well-developed Sentai teams that I've got are... Oh, I think I'm trying to remember the actual like team name for it. It's been long enough since I worked on it that I've kind of forgotten. But it was like after work squad salary ranger or something like that. And it's a whole bunch of like just like full-time workers, fully fucking exhausted, with their secret base in a local dive bar, like a basement era like style bar like you'd see in like the 1980s and 90s. Again, like I'm thinking like very Yakuza game sort of bar, you know, but instead of it being like on the third story, it's in like the underground. And so like each ranger is themed after like their particular way of relieving stress. So like one of them has like the classic like salaryman like just drinks a lot of beer sort of thing going on. One of them plays a lot of pool. Another one is all about like doing martial arts and stuff like that. You know, just like, again, like all of those hobbies that grown-ass adults pick up because like I need to do something that's not work to burn off my stress. With the 6th ranger that comes in being a huge fan of like maid and butler cafes, and so that's his theme. And the bad guys from the series are using a pachinko parlor as a front. It's a whole fucking thing. I've had a lot of fun developing it, but again, haven't finished any visuals for it. Oh goodness, see now this is what I'm going to be talking about for today. Because the other team that I came up with, I haven't settled on a name for them yet, but the idea is that they are the kitchen staff at a restaurant. And so like our main character is like the head chef. We've got the sous chef. We've got one character who's a waiter or waitress. Haven't decided on a gender for them yet. Might go non-gendered. Hey, that's always fun. I'm trying to remember, like, I want to say the baker was our like sixth ranger who joins the team later on, because like, you know, if you know how bakers work for restaurants, like they come in at like 3 a.m. while nobody else is there to do their job. So like for the first arc or two of the imaginary series, like they wouldn't really have all that much contact with the team, but then like slowly stuff would start coming in that like there was another hero working in the night kind of a thing, and that's how I would introduce them. Let's see, the next most developed thing is a pair of writers I made after watching 01, that are called, I named them the Kamen Rider Hunter, because like the idea was after the ending of 01, and this was before I'd seen any of the movies that followed up the season, was that Thouser, Guy Amatsu? I can't remember his family name, but essentially like as part of his like personal redemption arc, Guy started making like more rider belts and essentially created a squad of people who could go out and deal with Humagears that had like gone weird kind of a thing. And so they work in 2-person teams. So you have Kamen Rider Hunter Jaeger, and I am trying to remember the name of the other one, but he's basically like a hunter and a hunting dog theme, and so like they use a modified version of the Thouser belt where each one of them only gets the single key, and yeah, it's fun. I really should go back and finish the sketches for their costumes, because I got most of the way through. I think I just didn't add color to them actually, which is like the easiest part of the process, but so yeah, I really should go back and do that. But they're just as crunchy of costumes as the Thouser costume is. But I made a lot of modifications. Like you can see the history of Thouser within the costumes, but both of them have custom helmets, and the armor has been customized pretty deeply, so that like again you can see the same shape language as the Thouser costumes, but you don't get like you've got like different slopes and things, and different shoulder pads and different leg guards and things like that are shaped just so slightly differently to allow them to do the things that they specialize in. Yeah. I am a huge fucking nerd, but I feel like I am in good company with that. Anywho, let's get back to some story, at least until somebody else posts and sends me down another rabbit hole. When his attack on Tuliholal failed, Zeralja sought to gain more power, so he ordered his people executed and harvested their souls. What drove him to commit such an atrocity? He claimed he wanted to bring the entire world under his dominion, but that was just a means to achieve his true desire. My grandfather. He was a great person, right? Maybe. Maybe my father wanted to prove he was his own person. He wasn't just a great person's son. I dare say you're right. As the resilient son, our father's true-born heir, he bore the weight of expectation. That weight was clearly greater than any of us had imagined. That's probably why he was who he was, and why he didn't want me. Damn it all. If only we had tried harder to reach out to him. Let's keep moving. I will try and find the character sheet I made for Kasetizer when I go on break, because I definitely want to show it off to y'all, because again, it's a story I'm excited to tell, at least in like a pilot script, and I'll definitely be posting that script around when it does get published. It's one of those, like, if you want to, you can join the Patreon and get it immediately, or you can just wait for the month after it releases on the Patreon for it to become public. But that's still, that'll probably be February when that comes out, which means it'll go public in March. Because I do like one short story a month over there. Zoraljah has become unimaginably powerful. It was only with Lynn's help that we managed to defeat him. And now I have a responsibility to the people of Alexandria, and above all, to Guloljah. I promised, didn't I? I wanted us to become family, and it isn't only out of obligation. Since I've gotten to know you, I've come to really like you. You might not be my nephew by blood, but we're family to the end. We'll always be there to help each other. Isn't that right? Right. You too, Lynn. After everything we've been through, you're already as good as family. What? What do you mean, what? The more family you have, the merrier, don't you think? Come on, let's head into the barracks. Alright. Well, I've earned that at least a little bit, Kona. At the very least, I'm a cousin, See me once during the holidays every year, kind of go, oh, okay, you having a good time? Yeah? Okay. Oh, that's a neat little custom animation. I'm glad I could hear what happened in the dome. But I'm sorry that you had to bear such a heavy burden, Lamati. Don't be. As vow of resolve, it was something that I had to do. Oh. Besides, it was your ingenious strategy that kept Tuliholal safe. Thank you very much for the hydration. And the posture check. It was because we all fought as one that we could repel the invaders, and then only with the aid of Vertra and his kin. Thanks to Alphino and Estinian interceding for us, we were able to swiftly forge an alliance with Radzat Han. And when the dragons appeared in our skies, I felt that this was it, the Tuliholal you had envisioned. We owe our new allies a great debt, and I hope that we can repay them one day. Indeed. Once I've dealt with matters, we should go and thank them in person. Len has told me as much, but you still have work to do, yes? Yes, I need to find Sveen. She harmed our people so that her own might live, but as I was raging at her deeds, I realized something. Just because Tuliholal is safe doesn't mean I can ignore what becomes of Alexandria. That's the kind of thinking that led to conflict in the old days. I want to help the Alexandrian people live in peace and happiness, and the only way to do that is to stop Sveen from... Oh, hello? Walking her path.
Have you seen any random rodents recently?
No. Were you messing with the mice again?
No.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Give me a second, do a count, let me know how many we've lost, but I'm gonna finish up this cutscene, okay? Well, very well, Lamati. Just promise me you will take care. I promise, Kona. And camera shifts off to the sun in the sky. And if not the sun, then something else dramatic looking. Okay, so I'm gonna go and figure out where all those mice went and how many we're actually missing. Help get those back put together. And we'll be back in 5 minutes. I am gonna run a commercial while we're away. Y'all know the drill. Stand up, stretch, do all that good stuff. And we'll see you in 5, okay? All right, how many are we missing? Okay, 3's not bad. sorry, I am looking for... the image that I found, or that I made before. Did I really not post the finished image anywhere? That can't be right. Wow, okay. How in the world did I do that? Alright, well, I'll find it the next time. Well, I anticipated this. I still can't help but worry. I'm sorry that I have to go away again so soon. But even setting Sphene aside, some of our own people may be among the endless. Can't just sit around and leave everything to the others. I understand. I have matters well in hand here, so do what you must. Lynn, for all you've done for us, our nation and our family, I fear I can never express sufficient gratitude. But thank you from the bottom of my heart. Well, it was good to catch Kona up, but now we'll talk to the soul. Huh? Who might this be from? Hello? Oh, that's right. Lynn is with me. Is that so? In that case, let's meet at Sunperch. See you soon. Y'shtola is heading back. I dare to hope she found a way to pursue Sphene. If you all wanted to go ahead to Sunperch, I'll pay our soldiers a quick call. Brain is totally turned off the on the Mog tomes, but you blame yourself for doing rival wings while Q-Time wasn't active. Fair enough. I've only just barely begun to scratch the surface of Mog tomes, and I really should do more before I have to go on tour. Apologies for the wait. You're all here. Then that means... we believe we found a way to travel to the reflection, to where Sphene has retreated. I was busy providing aid in Solution 9, so I haven't heard the details. Could you start from the beginning, Y'shtola? Per Sphene's own words, the gate atop Everkeep was opened and closed by the power of interdimensional fusion. And it was the artifact known as the key that allowed her to control it. According to Kettendram, the key was brought with me to the source 20 years ago. It was then kept here in the palace until its theft by Zoralja, who used it in Yasulani to fuse a portion of our world with this reflection. Oops, wrong chat box. Hey, no worries. Following Zoralja's demise, Sphene claimed the key and disappeared through the gate. But where exactly did that gate lead? In seeking the answer, we took another look at Origenics and made a startling discovery. As we all know, there should have been one more level at the summit of Everkeep. I can't see anything around Sweetie Belle mugging me for treats. Okay, is that in the wrong chat again, or am I missing something? The 12th level, the King of... Right, but when you actually went there, you saw that it didn't exist. Curious, we analyzed Origenics logs to see where the memories of this departed, or of the departed, were being sent. And where should it be but through the gate, to the missing 12th level? Nope, lol. Your cat is mugging you for treats right now, so it's impossible to get work done. You better feed her. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, definitely feed her. That level alone must have lain outside the fused region, and so it was left behind. Then it means the reflection to which Sveen has fled is her own. Indeed. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. To Sveen's homeworld. And she has returned there to join the memories of her departed citizens. But as the key lies with her on the other side, we haven't the means to reopen the gate. Forgive me, but I thought we already knew she had gone home. Or at least it seemed obvious to me. What I want to know is, how do we pursue Sveen if the gate here is closed? We use another gate. And it just so happens we know where one is. The Sky Deep Cenote. Aye, all evidence suggests that the gate there leads to the world whence the Alexandrians and I came. But assuming that's true, how can we open it? That is what we shall find out, using the code in this earring. As you'll recall, Kryle's earring is in fact a data storage device. Right? An analysis of it yielded a code, something used to control a contraption, and a very large one at that. Given the circumstances of Kryle's arrival in the Source, we believe that said contraption is the gate to the Golden City. This is admittedly an educated guess, but we are quite hopeful that it will work. To make such progress in so short a time, you really are amazing. We couldn't have done it alone. The credit must go to the members of Oblivion for acquiring the information we needed, Sheela especially. Right then, it seems the plan is set to the Sky Deep Cenote. I just remembered who I most recently sent the reference sheet to. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Cool. I'll wait until I know you're back, Gloria, before I share that. Begging your pardon, Lynn, but might I have a moment ere setting forth? Oh, you're already going to give her the thing? Yes, I had thought to save it for later, but in light of these developments, I feel now is the time. Oh? As Lamati says, I have something for you. Please come to me with me to Bayside Bevy. Sure thing, bud. Yeet, I said. Thunk. Ow, my ankles. At least the girl is sated with treats in her kibble. Hey, fair enough. Let me do the teleporty thing. Maybe. Ooh, there's another blue quest down there that I haven't done yet. There we go. Okay, so gotta get her nutrition with treats. Yeah, always a good idea. So give me just a moment, cause I want to show you the thing that I refound. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Do. Oh. See, this is what I get for trying to do things on two different windows. Okay, let's see where it should have gone to my desktop. Bam. Oh wow, too big. Too big. Scale it down. Bring her down. Eh. Eh. There we go. Okay, so this is Custotizer, Playback Fighter Custotizer. Her whole thing is like the essentially like Walkman is the sort of henshin device. What did I call it? The runner deck, I think. Gotta open it at a reasonable size on my screen as well so I can actually know that I'm giving the correct information. The run deck, that was it. And so like a lot of the abilities and powers and stuff are dealing with that sort of like old school cassette tape sort of thing. So stop and eject, you know, turns off the transformation. Rewind allows her to kind of like undo the last couple of seconds. Fast forward, super speed, pause, you know, targeted pause on a single enemy. Play is the standard one, and then the record button is like a bonus power that she picks up partway through the series. That allows her to like record a couple of seconds of actions, rewind, and then redo those actions by splitting into like the red, green, and blue versions of herself, kind of like splitting apart all the CRT effects. I love the bunny ears and like standard antenna on the helmets. You know, just because again, like if you know analog stuff, you know like how those antennas work. With like I said, the scanline razor, the idea is like when it's activated, the pommel of it like kind of pops out the side of the run deck, and she does a cross draw. Very classic like samurai style nonsense. One of the upgrades that I definitely want to give her partway through the series is essentially like a summonable set of like inline rollerblades on the bottom of her shoes, so that she can do like that. That's kind of the fast forward upgrade, is it allows her to move very, very quickly. So yeah, that's Playback Fighter Customizer's vibe and look. You know, as you can see, I kind of played a lot with kind of the CRT effect that is just permanently a part of her vibe and armor. Because again, the whole thing is meant to be a throwback to the 80s, and like so yeah, I'm going to be writing the pilot script for her series in a couple of months. Well, I mean, I'm starting it now-ish, but it won't come out for a couple of months. But then the other one that I wanted to show y'all, the other two actually, are I went and looked, and I don't have a finished version of Jagdhund's armor. But here's a comparison between the helmets. So like, here's a line drawing I did of Bowser's helmet, and then like a side-by-side with Jaeger and Jagdhund. So Jaeger is the hunter part of it. Jagdhund is the hunting dog. Or dog of the hunt, if you want to be literal about the translation. Yeah. Well, like the 0-1 stuff is already really detailed, and then Bowser's costume is so full of greebles and stuff. So I basically like, took some of the concept art for him, did a full trace over of like the specific lines from Thouser stuff, and then started making alterations and changing shape, language, and stuff like that. So like obviously like Jaeger has the big grill on the front of his face and wider eyes than Thouser does, because like the whole idea is like, oh, you're the hunter, you should have like wide perspective on things. And then I added the hat as well, but from directly in front you can see that both Jaeger and Jagdhund have the same sort of 5 horns vibe going on that where did I put that image that Thouser has going on. So let me hang on a second. I can actually use a pointer. Boop. There we go. Nope, not that one. Lock that in place. That one. There we go. So, you know, we've got the 1, 2, 3, 4 horns here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 horns there. Just again, that idea of like, you know, the whole when 5 horns cross, a golden soldier named Thouser is born. Jaeger, oh goodness gracious, what was their phrase gonna be? It's like, it was something along the lines of when 2 hunters seek, the prey is found, or something like that. There was a whole thing that I did for them, because again, the idea with them is supposed to be that like they are kind of a cleanup squad for all of the nasty stuff that came out of Zaya as a result of Thouser's you know, not misgivings, but like his misdeeds, as well as the other people in Zaya's misdeeds. So I wanted to make them like, you know, a cleanup crew. And so yeah. And then I had a lot of fun with a friend of mine named Captain Comic Geek, who I don't think is in the audience today, but does show up sometimes. That was not what I wanted to do. I wanted to change this one. There we go. Because my pointer I need all the time. We had a lot of fun kit bashing the Hunter weapons that the 2 of them use, as well as their belts. So, oh, let me actually zoom back in. So we have the Hunter Claw, which is used by Jagdhund, and then we've also got a basic rifle that Jaeger uses most of the time, and then the combined version between the two, where essentially like the back half of give me the pointer, thank you. Like the back half of this, when the key is pressed, flips forward to become the top barrel, and they can kind of do a combined, like, you know, big shot to take down the final enemy sort of thing. And then each of their belts, as I mentioned before, is based on the Thouser belt. And so, like, essentially one of them puts the key in that side and the opposite door flips open. The other one puts the key in the other side and the other door flips open. You know, again, like it's taking the ideas that started with Thouser and kind of iterating on them to the point that, like, okay, well, what would a successor writer use, and how would it be affected by those earlier designs, you know? So yeah, I like doing design work. It's a lot of fun, and this is kind of a reflection of what I do IRL with theatrical and film and television design and all that sort of fun stuff. Yeah. I love it. It's fun. Tuli Hyolal is safe in no small part to your valor. As a token of our appreciation, I have commissioned special equipment for you. While it is inadequate as an expression of gratitude, I pray it will serve you well in your coming mission. Ooh. It apparently incorporates foreign technology. Leave it to Kona to research or request such a thing. Mevazonte yonder has the equipment in his keeping. Just say the word and he'll bring it out. Neat. You may now obtain job-specific gear from Mevazonte. The weapons and gear obtained can be equipped at level 99, however all item stats will be subject to item level sync. Upon reaching level 100 with a corresponding job, these items will no longer be synced. Furthermore, the gear can be dyed upon completion of the role quests associated with said job. Neat. I want to get... I guess it's technically magical ranged. Okay, yeah, let's just go ahead and grab all of the red mage stuff, and we'll find out it. Ooh, Pictomancer's Bolero. I love a good Bolero. Excuse me. So let's see how this looks, shall we? Ooh, that's a dapper little costume. Hang on, we gotta do a fashion show real quick. Oh yeah. Ooh. Ah. Oh. Honestly, good job on the velvet texture. Like, genuinely, the way that that velvet shines in the light is so gorgeous. Like, you can see the light shifting on it. That's a beautiful little shine on that. I'll decide later whether I want this to become the new hotness. But for now... I don't know, like the tricorn and the beak feathers is just so good, and I'm not changing the Mog Sword. Like that's not ever happening, honestly. But it's good to have better equipment. With your shiny new gear, I reckon you're ready for anything. Come, let's head to the Sky Deep Cenote. Access to the area is presently restricted per my orders, so I shall accompany you. Do I have any space for missions? Ooh, I do. I have space for exactly one mission, in fact. Oh, okay, it's one of the role missions. Okay, I won't touch that right now then. Oh, the unfortunate truth is I forgot to finish up the mount quests for this area. I started working on them and then I kept getting interrupted for Mogtome dungeons, and so I just kind of stopped at some point. Up. Pull the camera back. Hip. But yeah, I've got some days coming up on this upcoming tour where, like, I'm going to be out of the keep for 12 days, but only 4 of them are actually planned to be work days, if you get my drift. Maybe 5 or 6, because, you know, we got some prep stuff to do day before performances start and all that. But my point stands that there will be a significant amount of time that I will have to work on art and writing and all of those sorts of things, so I'm hoping that since I won't have access to games that can distract me or anything, I will be able to get more design work done on a lot of, like, you know, adding more details, adding more of those upgrades that I talked about to Kesatizer, finishing up the Hunder like twins, I'm gonna call them. I don't think the characters themselves are twins, but you get my drift. And maybe doing some design work for the Salary Sentai and the Line Cook Sentai. And, you know, again, lots of writing. I probably will start on the script while I'm down there. Like, it's already started, but, you know, like, that working in, like, earnest. Working in earnest. That's the term I was looking for. No, thank you. I don't want to fight you. I'm only coming through this area because I want to uncover spaces. Oh, those are adorable. I love them. Just look at the little guys. All right. I'm going. You can stop defending your zone. Like the subtle clap track in the background of that fight music is so good. Because again, like it's just that very Latin music. Oh, hello? Excuse me? Am I stuck? Thank you. Of like castanets and clapping and all that sort of fun stuff. I wonder if you can manually fly down there once you have flying in this area. Or if you're like blocked by an invisible wall. Because it is definitely a different zone because of this loading screen. Kona has already gone inside, but I couldn't help but take a moment just being here takes me back. And it wasn't even that long ago that we visited for the rite. So much has happened since then. Truly, guided by my grandfather's letter, I crossed the seas in search of answers. What awaits us on the road ahead, I know not, but I shall walk it to the end with you all. Come on, let's go.
Electro everywhere one turns, harboring vast amounts of lightning. This place is very much alive. Crow, try holding your earring to the terminal.
Oh. No authorization, huh?
No luck. Don't give up yet. The terminal reads the code. It might just need higher clearance. Gulja, would you give it a try? Me? If the king's authority is passed to you, then the gate ought to open.
Interesting.
But I leave behind that which I've gained by the sweat of my brow. It is yours to embrace or spurn.
Alright, kiddo. Tag, you're it. God, him being taller than Krylo is such a fucking mood, though.
What?
Whoa. Alright, well, what are we gonna find on the other side? Am I the only one who also hears, like, the Stargate theme? Oh, I should see if I can get a soundbite of the chevron lock to use as, like, a texting tone. Good job, bud.
The earring. It really was.
Mm-hmm. It's a little RFID chip. It is very Stargatey. Thank you.
Remarkable. A void gate is forced open with a blast of ether, and thus appears as a tear in the fabric of reality. In contrast, this is the stitchwork of a master, neatly hemmed, without a thread out of place. A power to be reckoned with.
Mamitola. Yeah, her current outfit really does have that vibe, doesn't it?
But now isn't the time to marvel. If Galuljar can open the gate, then so too can Sveen close it.
True.
'Twould be wise to employ magics in its defense, both to maintain its stability and ward off interference.
Very true.
While I am able to invoke said magics, I cannot sustain them alone. I require another to channel with me, and in unison.
For that role, I do humbly volunteer myself. But even our combined efforts offer no certainty of success. Might we prevail upon the two of you to lend your support?
Of course. If coordination between mages is required, few would be better suited than Alize and myself.
Earned confidence.
Shall I remain as well?
While your presence would be welcome, I'd rather you joined the expedition team.
Yay, Graha's coming.
For despite our earnest efforts, the gate may well end up closed once more. In such a situation, it may fall to those on the other side to devise a method to reconnect our worlds. A task with which you are not unfamiliar, as I recall.
Very true.
I have faith it will not come to that, but should it? I will endeavor not to disappoint.
So, assuming Wooklamart, Kryl, and Erenville are given for this foray, I'll make myself useful here by guarding those who are maintaining the gate. Should any threats emerge, from the world beyond or otherwise, I'll deal with them.
Fair enough.
As will I. Which leaves you free to head in there and do what you do best.
Okay, fair enough and appreciated. I'm sorry. Just had that realization that I know Alice wanted to go.
It's fine. Really. Mostly. Just don't let her bear the burden alone. Do you hear?
That's right, I did make a promise to her. It's okay, we've got this.
Tis done.
It's so much calmer.
We'll protect the portal. Keep it open no matter what. Beyond lies an unknown reflection. Short of asking an Ascian, we unfortunately have no way of identifying which one it is.
Well, what we do know is that it's Sphinx's domain. A place where she brings back those who've been lost. So for now, why don't we call it...
The Sphinx here?
World.
Oh, okay. That's much better. That's much more poetic.
Right. Let's go.
Whoa. You know, that makes sense. What we saw before was but a fraction of the world it came from. Oh, hello?
Hey, hun. Can I borrow you for a second?
You can borrow me anytime you like, Stowe.
How to describe the sheer amazement we felt when we emerged on the other side of the portal?
I'll be with you in just a second, hun.
I fear words do not do it justice. Before us was a vibrant world where the memories of the departed abided and reveled in bygone days. Living memory, or so the Endless called it. How they laughed and smiled as they reminisced upon unfulfilled dreams, alive in all perceivable ways, yet knowing no loss. So resplendent was every ilm of this paradise. The words rose unbidden to my lips. All this time, it was here. The city of gold.
And that also explains where the Yakui got their beliefs about the afterlife. Because to them, they were literally seeing an infinite afterlife where everyone continues on. So, I'm gonna go see what V actually means. Probably just needs help with a customer or something, but we're gonna run a commercial while I'm away. Be back in 5 minutes or so. You hear? Alright, talk to y'all soon. Alright, hun. So, what do you actually need? Oh, hello. Hi there.
The St. Louis Blues.
Thank you very much for your patience, folks. We are back. All right. Let's see. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. We've literally stepped into the Yokui legend. Whichever reflection this may be, it would seem the barrier between here and the source is thin in Yaktel. That would explain the Yokui's visions and the location of the gate. Hey, Erenville, that volcano over there. Where? Oh, you don't suppose it's real, do you? An actual volcano spewing forth lava in the middle of a city. I'd like to see that. But hey, you never know. Look, there's a path down. Let's see where it goes. Oh, I actually can use mounts here? Okay, so this isn't really a city then. Oh, hang on a second. Hey. Like, I could see in teleportation an Ethernet crystal on the map. I just couldn't actually get there. Let me just go ahead and tune to this etherite. It's strange. Though I've never been to this place before, it somehow makes me feel nostalgic. Unlike Everkeep with all its advanced technology, here it's brick and stone. It's like we've traveled to the past. The differences may be more superficial than you think. Take a good look at the buildings around us. There's electrope everywhere, along with myriad contraptions. Like how Sveen projects her image onto soldiers, I believe this city's appearance is artificial. This aetheryte is identical to the one in Everkeep, is it not? This suggests that this place is Alexandrian. Also, the architecture resembles the destroyed areas. Well, that would seem a fair assumption. In light of all this, could it be this city is Everkeep's missing 12th level? It's possible, but I doubt it. Welcome, friends, welcome! And who are you? My name is Constancy, and like you, I am an endless. We have been recreated from the memories of those who have exhausted their souls. The departed, in other words. Great effort is taken to ensure the integrity of your memories, so it will feel no different from when you were flesh and blood. Let's go along with it for now. a caretaker here at Living Memory, City of the Endless, and it is my pleasure to provide guidance to newcomers such as your good selves. City of the Endless. At a glance, there seems to be many different facilities. What kind of place is this? Simply put, it is a recreational attraction. The city is divided into 4 areas, each of which captures scenery that once defined our continent. In this way, we ensure that what is lost is not forgotten, that all precious memories endure forevermore. In Everkeep's early days, this place was used by the living, but it was made a haven for the Endless hundreds of years later. Ah, okay, so that's how Kryle's parents could come from here. Now then, if you would please follow me, I shall give you a guided tour. Do take care, as wildlife brought here for preservation roams freely. Hold on a moment. While a tour would be interesting, it's Sphene that we've come to see. Oh, so you wish to meet the Queen. In that case, you're in luck. It was just announced that Her Majesty will enter into a slumber, but there is still time. If you try calling to her from the Meso, or before the Meso terminal, at the center of the city, she will likely appear. I'm not sure how things work around here, but let's head to this Meso terminal. Our thanks, Constancy. We'll take you up on the tour next time. I shall look forward to it. A good luck seeking out Her Majesty. Alrighty, let's head on down. Mount. Oh, appropriately golden. And I'm immediately going to abandon it. Hey, Graha. Ooh, neat. I also love the subtle guidance of creating the different colors that go through here. And there's Kryle and Erenville. It's like, take this winding road. Ignore the fact that it's shaped like a strand of DNA, perhaps. I'm sure that's meaningless and is just a cool bit of visual design and has nothing to do with the situation at hand.
Sphene? Are you there? If you are, say something. We need to talk. Sphene.
That you should come here.
I haven't known you long, Sphene, but I know you have a good heart. Your love for your people is proof of this.
True.
I can't let you do what you're trying to do. And deep down, I don't think you want to do it either.
Well, her main goal is good.
A world without suffering. A world where nothing is lost. Would that such a place existed. But the endless only grow in number, and ever more life forces needed to sustain them. Within the barrier, we have managed to curb the cycle of rebirth these few hundred years. we've reached the limit. That is why I looked to interdimensional fusion, to harvest what we needed from your world, from your people. And with the key, we will have it.
And once you've plundered our world of ether, what then? Will you do the same to others? All men eventually die. If you make endless of everyone, you will never have enough ether to sustain them. You but prolong the inevitable.
Sveen, if you would nevertheless persist in this folly, we must stand against you. For we too have people we cannot lose, places to which our hearts belong.
Damachi, I would have loved nothing more than to work hand in hand with you to tend our nations. But fate is cruel. By the time it had brought us together, our futures had already been written. The kind and gentle Queen Sveen was too weak to serve her people, and so she will serve them no more. I will erase all memories of the living Sveen, she who has cursed me with this soft and powerless nature. Freed from conscience, I shall become a ruler that can protect Alexandria. A devourer of worlds. When two nations cannot protect their own without doing harm to the other, there can only be one resolution. It is a hard truth, but one you understand, don't you?
This evil is not inevitable. Find another way. That's the lesson I've seen over and over again.
I'm afraid we're out of time. The process has begun, and it cannot be stopped.
Mesoterminal memory deletion in progress. Mesoterminal memory deletion in progress. Upon completion, interdimensional fusion will commence.
I really hope that's not the last we see of her. The real her, I mean. The computer is following its programming, and I understand that. I wish Sveen wasn't tied to it. What are we gonna do now? Damn it. I felt that I had come to understand Sveen, but I'm still clueless. Utterly clueless. Doesn't seem like we can do much else here. Let's return to the Aetheryte for now. The caretaker, Constancy. Perhaps he can tell us more about this business of Sveen going into a slumber. Honestly, though, it's a great way of showing the limitations of the computer at the middle that's controlling all of this, because if it was a truly intelligent computer at its base code, then it would understand that, like, yeah, there's no way that this will actually work, because eventually the ether is going to run out. It is merely delaying the inevitable. So it would need to find a different solution to that. But Sphene herself isn't the one in control. An actual intelligence isn't there. And I mean, having a more basic system run everything makes more sense logically, because then it's not suffering from emotional issues from being, you know, dead but alive, but dead but alive. But anyway, he's nowhere in sight. Perhaps he's taken other recent arrivals on a tour. Looking for someone, are you? Yes, he was here just earlier. A fellow named Constancy. Wait, what? Hello, everyone. You made it here, as I knew you would. Is that who I think it is? It is. It's Kafsiwa. None other. This is the first time some of you are seeing me in the proverbial flesh, isn't it? Feast your eyes, then. She who is controlling that unassuming machine is a ravishing Shatona maiden. That was a bit much, wasn't it? Ignore me. So it was true that your hair means... I tried to tell you so many times, but my courage always failed me. I am indeed an endless. Have been for quite a while now. Erenville. Now, you've come to stop Sphene, yes? I can help with that, but I have a request to make. You know how to stop her, then? While there are no guarantees, your coming here makes it a distinct possibility. As my wish is relevant to your mission, will you hear me out? We can decide what to do later. Afterwards, even. Excellent. To begin, we'll need to head to a different area. See that sentry? I'll have them grant you access to the zipline. Zipline? What's that? A fun little mode of transport. They don't see much use, though, as we endless can teleport freely within living memory, which would feel really weird, honestly. This particular line will take you to a zone called Canal Town. I'll be waiting for you there. With that endearing pushiness, it could only be Kafsiwa. Let's go. This is probably really strange for him. You know, almost certainly he's never seen his mom this young, or at least not as an adult. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. Ah, remaking use of that extendo blade from earlier expansions. Excuse me? Ah, okay, that's how that deploys. Neat. I don't have any use for any of that right now, but it would be cool later. I have way too much equipment in my inventory right now because I'm still working on leveling a lot of things. Well, I mean, I've got most everything to at least level 80, but getting it up to current content. You don't seem to be... Bleep, bloop, error, error. User registration confirmed. I bid you welcome to Canal Town, the resort of romance and relaxation. Please enjoy your stay. Nyum. It's like a Tron light liner kind of thing. What a charming place. That's them, the people's fiend strives to protect. They look happy. So, what's this request of yours? I want you to erase us. Erase the endless. What? Yep. Makes sense. Oh, come now. Spare me those gloomy faces. Being alive, you're the only ones who can do this. And we won't have a better opportunity than now, while Queen Sphene is busy preparing to initiate interdimensional fusion. It's wrong to sacrifice others to sustain the endless. This I firmly believe. Talking to you now, you seem as real as any of us. And if you need an answer right away, I don't know if I can give it. Is there a reason we need to act so soon? Because, as you've just said, it's wrong to sacrifice others to sustain us. Remember, we need life force. Other forms of ether don't cut it. In the beginning, we managed with the ether of those who died in the barrier. But as our numbers grew, there began to be a shortage. That's why Queen Sphene looked to other sources. Even the ether I'm composed of may well have come from the victims of the attack in Tulihualal. I can't bear that thought. Can't bear to exist because someone died. We'd probably feel the same if we were in your shoes, but what exactly are you asking us to do? In each zone, there's an enormous data storage device called a terminal. That is where our memories are kept. If you shut down a terminal, the memories within will disappear, along with those endless created from them. Does this need to be done now? Can't we stop Sphene first and then take it from there? It's precisely in order to stop Sphene that it must be done now. Her own memories are stored within the Meso-Terminal, which stands at the heart of living memory. As you would expect, the terminal's defenses are extremely tight, but it has moments of vulnerability, such as when it has just finished calculations, which we can exploit to shut it down from within. While we wait for that opening, we erase the Endless. Once we are gone, Sphene will no longer have a reason to plunder ether from other worlds. Would Sphene simply allow us to shut down the terminals? In preparation for fusion, the Meso-Terminal is currently performing massive calculations while gathering energy. Even if the system notices us, it cannot easily suspend the process. Rather than doing so, I believe it will attempt to accelerate the timetable and bridge worlds before the plan can be thwarted. It wouldn't be a decision Sphene would wish to make, but she would be able to save those who are stored in the Meso-Terminal, at least. There's sense in your strategy, and in resolving to stop Sphene, we had anticipated that it might come to this, but actually talk about erasing the Endless. It's difficult. You needn't feel any guilt. No matter how lifelike we may seem, we Endless are but facsimiles crafted from memories. Besides, stopping Sphene requires that you shut down the Meso-Terminal, which sustains all of us. Sooner or later, it will need to be done. If we are to be erased, then let it be before more people come to harm. Living, breathing people with futures they deserve to experience. There has to be another way. I've got an idea myself, actually. I'm afraid not. We spent years scouring Preservation's records, but found nothing. It's truly a bothersome system they've created. I mean, knowing that it's possible to store someone the way that Otis was stored, I feel like we could just transfer everybody's memories to the bot units, you know? But alright. We'll do as you ask. Thank you for respecting my wish. And as a personal request, while her actions cannot be condoned, I ask that you afford Queen Sphene a measure of understanding. Knowing that she herself didn't choose to become an Endless, it was Preservation that made the choice for her. She's powerful, or powerless, even, to resist her purpose. What do you mean? The Sphene you know is an ideal that Preservation brought to life, harnessing the love the living Sphene bore for her people. They brought forth an eternal queen whose primary directive is to preserve the Endless. But as you know, the Endless consume ether. Sphene was compelled to find ways to procure it, and that compulsion has driven her to resort to interdimensional fusion. What? Are you telling me the original Sphene wouldn't have chosen this? Well, no. Lamati, you know that. What the Queen might have done, only she herself would know. Yeah, but we saw her crying at the concept, so I have a pretty good idea. But the scientists of Preservation have vanished, leaving their creative queen to walk alone. So as you go about your mission, think not that you're stopping a ruthless villain, but rather that you're relieving a troubled soul of her burden. Alright, Kapsiwa. We understand now, both your reasoning and your feelings. But before we erase the Endless, I'd like to know them. I'd like to know what she fights tooth and nail for. If we're going to reject someone's beliefs, let it be after we've come to understand them. This is a lesson I learned from the Rite of Succession. I realize that we're pressed for time, but if it's alright with you, I want to meet as many people as I can. You truly are a good little Jaja's kitten. Well, the calculations will take a while still, It should be fine if we do this as we proceed to the terminals. I'm with you. We might not be able to learn everything, but it would nevertheless be meaningful if we could glimpse the hearts of those who inhabit this place before we set them free. I'll leave it to you then. When you're finished here, come and find me at the fountain near that big clock tower. Note that we didn't get any nods of approval from Erenville, though. Right. Let's split up and find some locals to speak with. It really is a lovely place. You should run along and enjoy it while you can. I want to know how Erenville actually feels about essentially seeing the ghost of his mother. Wonder if I'll comment. I will not object to your decision, and as my mother says, you needn't feel any guilt. Yet I admit I myself am still conflicted. To have such doubts after coming all this way. It's laughable, isn't it? No, Erenville, it's not. Well now, I don't believe I've seen you around here before. A newcomer, I take it? It's wonderful here, let me tell you. Why, I just bumped into a dear friend in life, and we've been whiling away the hours reminiscing. It might have been more like days, actually. You don't get a sense of the time here. By the way, did you hear the announcement earlier? As much as I love this place, I wonder if Queen Sphene can really sustain us forever. But I suppose there's no use worrying about such things. Anyway, thanks to you, we found a break in our conversation. We'll go and ride the gondola next. Oh, okay. Oh, hello there. Taking in the sights of Canal Town too, are you? Both my wife and I adore this place. We had become estranged in life, she and I, but being here gave us the chance to reconcile. I couldn't be more grateful for the chance to spend these blessed little moments together again. I have no more regrets. Whether Her Majesty's plan succeeds or no, I can rest with peace in my heart. Well, we shall continue on our way, but we hope to see you again. Till next time. You're there. Have you tried the popcorn from that stall? Not yet, no. You haven't? Oh, you don't know what you're missing. I consider myself something of a gourmand, and believe me when I say the classic salt flavor is amazing. The saltiness is simply exquisite. That's the only way to describe it. Once you have a mouthful, it's impossible to stop until it's all done. And after you've tried that, I urge you to seek out other stalls. There are lots of them everywhere, offering all manner of delights. For another recommendation off the top of my head, the ice cream over at Asile Volcane. It's so smooth and rich, and just thinking about it is giving me a hankering. That's it. I'm going to go and have some right now. The endless seem to eat the food with relish, but it couldn't be real, could it? Welcome, welcome. Have a browse and let me know when you're ready to order. You're here on that lady's recommendation as well, I take it. Yes, indeed. I love these popcorn buckets. I've been wondering what the endless do for sustenance, so it seems a good opportunity to learn. Oh, this is your first time eating, is it? The food here is created using ether and memory data. To us, it tastes just like the real thing. So how about it? Would you care for some popcorn? Sure. Let's give it a try, shall we? That's the spirit. Find a table you like and I'll bring it right out. And lest you worry, there's no charge. All the food is free here. Food created from memory and data. How will this taste to the living, I wonder? Well, as they say, there's only one way to find out. It tastes like static electricity. You sample a handful of popcorn. While it has texture, you can detect no taste whatsoever. Good gods. It tastes like nothing at all. But, keep up the act. I mean, it's amazing. I've never had such tasty popcorn. It's not our best seller for nothing. And what about you? It's fantastic. Yeah, don't get into too many specific details, you know? It's always special watching newcomers eat for the first time. Oh, hello?
Hey, what counts as hurt enough to go see Aunt Elena?
Oh, baby, what happened?
Well, LaFerlin and I were playing in the forest, and I sort of rolled down a hill wrong.
Yeah, give me just a moment. If you can go and get some basic bandages, you know that salve that's in the white jar? Go ahead and grab that. And I'll be there to help in just a moment. Very similar to the experience in the real world. They're just like the people of Everkeep. Their communal spirit, their delighted smiles, exactly the same. Well, I mean, they are the people of Everkeep. Thank you for your custom. Come again anytime. By the way, prior to this, a young man caught my eye near the canal. He appears to be searching for something, rather frantically. Did you perchance see him too? No? I must say I am curious as to what had him so flustered. Can you help me look for the fellow? My thanks. Let's head to where I saw him. Okay, I'm gonna go help Fatty with that scrape and we'll be right back, okay folks? So stand up, stretch, do all that good stuff. We'll be back after this break. Alrighty. Yeah, it's just a scrape, baby. Come on. Let's go ahead and... Oh, I moved to a sitting position at the desk a little bit early today, but didn't get to exercise yesterday because of the holiday, and I'm feeling a little bit rough. It would seem he is no longer in the vicinity. Let's keep looking. Whatever it is that troubles him, perhaps we can be of assistance. I cannot claim to know exactly how endless behave, but hopefully our man has not gone far. Let us split up to search for him. He's an Eldite with fair hair. Okay, but what are these? Look at the kitty. No, it's a chipmunk. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's adorable. Back here, maybe? Oh, hello. God, strike me down. We reunite again after 100 years, and what should happen? Yes? My apologies, but I'm in some haste. If you have something to say, please make it brief. I'm just trying to find out what has you so distressed. Your friend noticed that I seemed troubled, so you've been looking for me? What kind souls you are. I've lost something important. The engagement ring I intended for my beloved. A lanky, monkey-like fiend stole it from me. After running hither and thither, I managed to locate the beast in yonder square, but I'm uncertain how I should take the ring back. Once I might have been considered fighting for it, but given the shortage of ether, the danger is simply too great. If I were to be struck down, my essence dispersed, I'm not like to be remade for a long time. I cannot risk that. Not after my beloved has fallen, or finally been given form again after 100 years. Though it pains me to do so, I shall give up on the ring. But I thank you for your kind concern. I mean, I'm more than capable of fighting. You want me to go get it for you? Aha! Again, fantastic reuse of existing resources. Oh, 'tis you again. Was there something else? There you go. Good heavens, this is the ring. You took it back from that beast? Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you ever so much. I see you've already resolved the situation then. You must be the friend who first noticed me. I owe you my gratitude as well. My name is Euclase. I was planning to propose to my beloved with the ring, and thanks to you, I can do just that. Well, well. This is cause to rejoice indeed. Did the two of you meet here? No. No, we were sweethearts in life, but I died young and she only followed me decades later. Even then, our reunion wasn't yet to be, for the ether shortage means not everyone can be recreated. I had to wait until but recently to see her again. A reunion beyond death. Such a thing would be possible here, I suppose. I assume you are newly arrived? While our memories are stored in the terminals, less than 1 in 10 of us has been given form at present. I myself have been reincarnated 3 times now, and each time there seems to be fewer of us. It's fairly a miracle that my beloved and I could meet. I see. Given the circumstances, the chances of existing concurrently with an acquaintance would be slim indeed, and slimmer still for a loved one. Truly. That is why I decided to do that which I failed to do in life. Ask her for her hand. With her regulator, she was spared the sadness of my death. Even so, she never took another man for the rest of her days. She told me that, although she couldn't remember me afterwards, she could never shake the feeling that someone precious had been part of her life. The sweet fool. You know, polyamory must be really common here now that I think about it. The ring represents a yearning I have long carried. Though I know full well it is only a construct, like these bodies of ours. There is a part of me that wonders if this is wrong. Not that I expect us to exist forever, even in this form. But to be the one I love, or to be with the one I love once again and make her happy, however wrong this world may be, I have nothing but gratitude for Queen Sphene. Now, if you'll excuse me, I shall go and make that proposal. I've made her wait long enough as it is. This isn't much, but please accept it as a token of my thanks. Ooh, he's tall. Tickets? For the gondola. To ensure that order is preserved, we must observe the proper way of doing things even here. It's very much like Queen Sphene to make it so, is it not? Take care, my friends, and see to it that you have no regrets. Ah. Well, I think it's about time we joined the others. But what do you say we go by gondola? I expect it won't be possible to do so once the terminal has been shut down. Come then, let us seek a vessel at the pier. Getting taken on a short date by Raha? Fine, fine. We can push off at any time. Mind the gap when you board. Sure thing. Oh, we're gonna sit opposite, are we? Ah. Good for them.
Do you remember what I said to you before all this? That
You need to
life
be more specific.
is a series of journeys. That you must be true to yourself, for indeed, there's no telling what awaits. I don't know about you, but I certainly didn't expect to behold such sights. The future is as fluid as the water beneath us. Truly.
Yeah, fair enough.
Tell me, my friend, have you ever wished to be reunited with someone who has passed away? I have. I do. But I think, above all else, I wish that they had lived. If only for one more day. Just one more day. A joyous one, if I could choose. I did all that I could to make it happen. I tried everything, and spared nothing. In that manner, I was able to keep some few souls out of harm's way, but so many were beyond my power to save. What would I have done then, had I this? And you? Can you imagine yourself spending eternity here, knowing no loss?
Can't answer that, Raha. I genuinely don't know. It was nice to chat with you again, my friend. It feels as though it's been some time. Having met endless like you, Clace, I feel I've come to understand Sphene a little better. Anyone would wish those dear to them a long and happy future, and she bears the burden of this desire for all her subjects. Yet as Kryl said, we too have people we cannot lose. Come then. We can get to the fountain yonder via yonder bridge. Oh goodness, excuse me. Again, I feel like there's an option we haven't explored. Kyle and Erenville are still out and about, it seems. How was it? What are your impressions of those you met? It was great. Everyone was so happy. Just talking to them made me happy too. What about you, Lynn? It's certainly interesting seeing those who are enjoying a better existence than the one they had. And getting to live out things they wish they'd been able to do. Sweethearts reunited? That's a miracle. Well, that is a miracle after a fashion. The system strives to make such encounters possible. If you hold someone you know, or if you meet someone you know, it's probably not by chance. The terminals hold information on unfulfilled longings, and use them to orchestrate reunions like Euclase's. I see. That the terminals can do this is impressive indeed. But there is one thing I do not understand. According to Euclase, his beloved passed away decades after ye did. Yet they appeared to be of like age. Ah, yes. People are not necessarily recreated as they were when they passed away. The appearance of an endless, I speculate, reflects the happiest period in their life. In that case, is that the case for you then? Not that I can tell how old you are as slowly as your people age. I'm not sure, to be honest. I have so many happy times it's hard to know which one applies. I'm insufferably inquisitive. Whether it's nature or technology, I can't help but want to learn more about the world around me. A woman after my own heart, Kafsiwa. You might say that discovery is what gives me joy. It made me happy in life. And may have been a blessing afterwards. The other Endless are content with what they have here, you see. They don't develop the urge to leave. But I was so determined to see the world again that I taught myself how to control a vessel and ventured outside. You're a proper rebel. Well, that's enough about me for now. While we wait for Kryl and then Eshbaya, I have a favor to ask you. As you may have noticed, most of the fountains here aren't running. That's because, despite its shiny appearance, this city is centuries old, and everything is dreadfully run down. The fountains apparently used to put on magnificent shows, and I was hoping that we could get them working again. Giving the control units a dose of ether should be enough to restore the circuits and switch them on. But being an Endless, I'm unable to do that. I realize this is a selfish request, but at the last, I'd like to treat the people here to the display. Just leave it to us. I'd love to see the show for myself. We do certainly want to get a little close around each other, though. Thank you. The control units are built into the surrounding lampposts. If you tend to a few of them each, they'll be done before you know it. Once the fountains are fixed, we can round up Eleneshbaya and Kryl and head to the Hydro Terminal together. So the time is nigh. Come, let us set to it. I mean, I feel like we should be a little more careful about this because the odds of somebody spotting that we're actually using ether this way is non-zero, especially if you're standing right next to somebody. But maybe they're too focused on their own stuff.
We've switched on the circuits like you asked.
Thank you, everyone. Hopefully, this does the trick.
Well, nice.
Oh.
Ooh. Now that's a proper fountain show.
Wow! Look, Mother, look! It's beautiful.
I've never seen anything like it.
Wuklamat! Oh, where are you? Wuklamat!
By the gods, it's Namika.
Begging your pardon, but I'm looking for a child. A small Shibrali girl. Have you seen her by chance?
You are Namika, aren't you? It's me, Wuklamat. Don't you recognize me?
Oh, what am I to do? The child and I, we aren't related by blood, but she's as dear to me as my own.
Yeah.
It's all right. You found her. I'm here.
Oh my god, you are almost at a really good part. I mean, this is a lot.
You? Could it be?
Yes, Namika. You know these eyes, this voice. It's me, Wuklamat.
Oh! It is you! Oh, how silly of me. But if you're here, then that means...
Don't tell her anything.
No. I'm still alive.
Oh.
Oh.
I mean, the
Good,
central system knows we're
good.
here anyway.
Thank the gods for that. But what power has brought us together again? This isn't a dream, is it?
It's not a dream. Or rather, it is a dream come true. I so wanted to hear your voice one more time.
Just look at you, my Wuklamat. Stronger and more assured than I've ever seen. Such hazards you must have braved, and hardships
It was tough, but I made it thanks to my friends. And to you, Namika. I'm the person I am now because you always believed in me. Because you loved me as if I were your own daughter. Thank you. Thank you. You're everything I could have asked for. The best mother.
Ah, I'm so glad.
Interesting.
Looking back, I've had a blessed life. And it was because I was a part of yours. When I lost my child to illness, I thought I'd never know happiness again. But it rekindled in my breast the instant you smiled your little smile at me. You became my purpose, my joy.
You were mine too.
To have this chance to speak with you again and leave nothing unsaid. I know not how or why, but I am grateful. So grateful. Where you must go, I cannot follow. But know that I'll always be with you. Take care of yourself. Promise me.
I will. Mama. I will. And one day, we'll meet again.
Oh, on the one hand, I just want to feel the emotions from that. But on the other, I have to wonder if that wasn't an attempt.
I understand why Sving cannot bear to let them go. But as painful as it is to part, we're meant to live and die. To let go and let others carry on in our stead. We can't cling to everything forever. Come, let's keep moving.
As I was saying, I have to wonder if that wasn't an attempt by the tower to delay us. Given that Raha mentioned the fact that the tower itself could nudge things, or not Raha, Erenvil's mom, Kavsiwa. Given that she mentioned that the tower itself could pull things together to make those sorts of loving reconnections more possible. That may have essentially been a defense by it. And I really dislike that I'm paranoid like that. Like, I want to know, or I want to think that that was all just a natural thing that happened. A way of giving Namika, or her, closure, I guess. But given the situation, it's hard to think that that's the case. Just to make sure, Gupsula, you're not going to disappear when we shut this terminal down, right? Not just yet. It's the Aero terminal in the northwestern zone that holds my memories. I already know how to operate the terminal. It's the same process as the fountain's controls. I leave it for you to decide when to shut it down. Doing so will cause the endless sphere to fade away, together with this beautiful scenery. But if you still wish to speak with people and see the sights, you'll want to do that first. Upon shutting down the Hydra terminal, it would not be possible to restore... Oh, wait a minute then. Nope, I don't see any side content. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I will say that's a bad memory structure. If just simply turning the computer off is enough to erase it.
Sleep tight, everyone.
Mm-hmm. This hurts. I'd be lying if I said otherwise. The only way now is forward. Don't torment yourself so. I asked this of you, so the burden lies with me. And remember, we endless are but facsimiles created from memories. You needn't feel guilt for erasing us. Be that as it may, it's so hard to say goodbye. It is. Nonetheless, it's our duty as the living to know and remember them. So let's pull ourselves together and keep at it. Keep seeking them out. I'd appreciate that. Come, let's head to the next zone. Yesterland, it's called. And another zip line, the Gate of Remembrance will take you there. But I ought to mention, while shutting down a terminal should erase the endless bound to it, those with strong, unresolved feelings may linger for a time. If you encounter such individuals, perhaps you could lend them an ear, for their hopes are proof that they once lived. Interesting, because now we have a blue quest. It's also interesting that the creatures themselves actually live here. You'll never guess what just happened. There I was, right in the middle of one of my tours, and my customers just up and vanished. There's nothing worse than not being able to see something through to the end. I need to do something with all this pent-up pep. I don't think I've ever given you the tour, so how about it? I promise I won't take up too much of your time. Sure. Now, Canal Town wouldn't be Canal Town without its water. And where better to dip your toes into the local history than in two of our storied fountains. Come, I'll take you there. Well, that's an unhappy little outrunner. There you are. For such an obliging participant, I'll have to pull out all the stops. According to the legends, there are two water sources imbued with mystical properties in Canal Town. The first being this fountain right here. They say that a mere mouthful is enough to fill you with vim and vigor. Given that the town prides itself as a resort for revitalization, there could hardly be a more fitting fountain. Whether you believe the old tales about its healing waters is another matter. Myths are myths, after all. Hope you're not too disappointed. Nevertheless, though its waters may be decidedly mundane, the font still lives up to its name. Over the years, crowds have flocked to the fountain, invariably leaving soothed and refreshed. For those who display such devotion, perhaps there is something to be gained from a gulp or two. I hope that whet your appetite, because another fountain awaits. Come and find me on the eastern side of town. I suppose learning a little bit more about this place before we leave it behind isn't a bad thing. Interesting that the agents are still keeping watch on us. Excellent. Allow me to continue. You stand before another storied fountain. These waters are said to bring happiness to whoever tosses in a coin. And if you are already blessed with happiness, I'm sure a different wish wouldn't go unanswered. Plenty of folks used to do just that in days gone by. Are the legends to be believed? Well, there's only one way to find out. Here, take this coin and make a wish. I know I ought not to ask, but what did you wish for? The strength to help as many people as I possibly can. What? I see. It sounds like you have some weighty responsibilities. You know, I've given this tour countless times. Not once have I made a wish myself. Not because I pour scorn on the legends or anything like that. Just never got around to it. But thanks to you, I got to finish my tour. To mark the occasion, I think I might just toss a coin in. Now, as for my wish, if I had another chance at life, I'd want to connect with as many people as I could through my job. I think you've done just that, bud. I worked here as a tour guide in my former life too, before it became a home for the endless. Living Memory was open to living, breathing folk seeking relaxation and revelry. Boy, did I guide a lot of people back then. I never tired of sharing my knowledge and hearing visitors' wonderful stories. I suppose that's why I took up the same job as an endless. And I'm proud of that. proud of staying true to myself.
The fire brought a gross bug inside again.
Yeah? Does he let it loose or does he still have a hold of it?
It's in a jar, but Lynn's looking at it like it's candy.
Okay, keep her from eating it. I'll be there to diffuse the situation in just a moment. But you didn't come here to hear me harp on about my life. Thank you for sticking with me until the end. I hope you enjoyed yourself as much as I did. I did. Here's hoping our wishes come true. Farewell, my final customer. Okay, well, I'm gonna go help Dare, make sure that none of the others are causing too much trouble. We'll be back in 5 minutes. If I get the chance, I'll go ahead and kind of fast track us back to the next place we need to go. But if not, then yeah, I'll be back in 5 minutes and we'll carry on. Oh, this one's emotional. This one's rough. So, see you soon. Alrighty. Whew. Alright, no, we'll go better than this. to adjust the placement of some things at my desk. Ah, well. Oh, how are they going to tear at my heart again next time? Let's see. Are we going to be able to finish this section of the story? Oh. Feels like we're going through Disney. System reboot complete. Bleep, bloop, error, error. User registration confirmed. I bid you welcome to Yesterland, where the dreams of children and inner children alike come true. Please enjoy your stay. Amazing. Is this also a recreation of an actual place? After a fashion, Yesterland is themed upon a period of peace, before the storm surge has engulfed the world in conflict. It was a golden age for Alexandria, and they've captured it here in the form of an amusement park. Well now, another large-scale attraction. It feels like the gold saucer. It does, doesn't it? It's exciting to simply step through the entrance, and I imagine this is how we're intended to feel. On the far side of Yesterland is a castle. That's where the terminal is located, in the basement. I'll go on ahead and wait for you there. Take what time you need to get acquainted with the locals. Yeah, this whole area feels like Disney World at this point. Like before, we'll speak with the Endless. We'll learn what's dear to them before doing what we must. Right. Let's start by exploring and get our bearings. The beautiful artwork on the ground depicts a swirl of stars. Perhaps such a sight was once visible in the Alexandrian night sky. Oh, hello there, miss. We were just talking about Serotus. Do you know him? He's a bit odd and doesn't get jokes, but he's really strong and can vanquish fiends in a flash. He's probably out there fighting right now. When I grow up, I want to be strong like him. Again, the reminder of Otis. Like, this feels like they're pointing towards something. And I don't know if it's tied to what I've already mentioned or not, but I guess we'll find out in time. Appearing to be a domicile, this building resembles those that lie submerged in the heritage found. The windows are composed of a colorful array of stained glass. The Ser Otis the children spoke of calls to mind another Otis. It might be worth seeking the man out to confirm his identity. Oh. The man is engaged in battle with fiends. He may need a helping hand. All right. Since this thing's not going to go away unless I convince it to.
I know not who you are, but my thanks for your timely aid.
But definitely Otis.
Your bait's so strong!
That was amazing, Otis! And you too, miss!
Ha ha ha! Fiends such as these are naught to be feared.
Wait, why has he got the Manderville music?
Well then, dealt with it already, have you?
Be at ease, one and all. So long as I, Sir Otis, live and breathe, no citizen shall come to harm.
Oh. Phrasing.
Otis? Of all the people, could you really be that Otis?
I'm certain I do not know what you mean by that, Otis. I am who I am, and I should very much like to know who you are.
Yep,
You're
he's
Sir
that
Otis
Otis.
Villona, Lord Captain of the Royal Knights of Alexandria, yes? We met you while searching for Gululja. You cooked a most delicious repast for us. Fought beside us in Solution 9.
Different part of
Solution
Otis.
9. I've never heard of such things. These events of which you speak are utterly unknown to me, as are you. I'm quite confident I would recall if we had met before.
There's a lot going on.
Villainy! You seek to bewilder me for purposes most foul!
No. We only recently arrived in the world and we met another version of you.
Intended, I swear. Tell me I'm not mad. This is definitely the Otis we know, right?
Yes and no. Look, An earlier version. He won't remember his time as a machine.
I say! What are you whispering about there? Wait! I've no time for this. I must attend to my preparations for the founding celebration. The children begged and begged that I perform in the marquee play, and I cannot possibly disappoint them. I take my leave of you. Good day!
Founding celebration?
I don't know any more than you do at this point, Waklamot. God, what a surprise to meet Otis. He might not be the exact same as the one we met in Heritage Found, but still. Thinking back, he mentioned that he was a test subject for soul preservation. That might explain why he's here in this way. In any case, I'd love to talk to him some more. There's some things I need to tell him. We'll go with the honey yellow. Right, let's go after Otis. He's bound to know about the past, about the Alexandria of old as well as Sphene when she was a living person. Problem is he doesn't seem to be in the mood to talk. Perhaps we can offer to help him with the founding celebration? That might warm him to us. He set off this way. Come on. I am gonna go check to see if there are any lookout points. Can I? Ah, beans. Not quite. This mount remains just the funniest thing. It is like a little slot car. I like its glasses. The gym keepers are really cute. Yeah, I'm getting. Oh, I appreciate that this is designed in such a way that... Rejoice in the glory of combat! Ow. Hello, Blasty. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. I am nice and toasty warm in my office. Oh, tired. Long holiday? Nothing around the back there. Long day today. Oh, right, you you work in a retail adjacent thing if I recall correctly. So it being Black Friday, that makes sense. Are you harmed? Or are you unharmed? The latter, methinks. To which Her Highness replies with her winsome smile. Oh. I am thanks to you, my dearest Otis. Working back room, receiver at grocery. Yeah, I can imagine. Oh, yep. There's that facial expression. You again? Okay, is this guy just this reflection's version of Hildebrand? Because that's certainly how it feels. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your rehearsal. It's fine. I shouldn't have trouble with the lines come the performance. After all, the script is my very own work. Yes and no. He's as close as we get. You know, just based on his actions and the music, you know, here we are. This looks like fun. Can I join in? You as well? I thought I said I was busy. You did, but we thought that maybe we could help. You're getting ready for the founding celebration, yes? I am, and if truth be told, we are in dire need of assistance. For this edition of the celebration, there is to be a play about the history of our realm for the children's enjoyment. But with fewer of us being given form, we haven't had enough hands to carry out the production. Thus have I been asked with not only writing the script, but performing as myself besides. Calm down, it's alright. We really are happy to help any way we can. Just tell us what to do. For the same reason the production is short-handed, it has become difficult to gather a crowd. I'd be obliged if you could spread the word of the play to the children of Yesterland. Consider it done. We'll take ourselves around and talk to the younglings. Splendid. Oh, and to better appeal with them, we have an adorable animal costumes for you to wear. Together with your cheeriest bearing, of course. Oh, my goodness. We get to be mascots. All right, anything to make the children happy. Okay, what kind of mascot do I get to be? Ah, yes, this one should be suitable for you. Let's see. Right. What are we gonna be? 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 I would hope I'm a Moogle. Luck elephant. It's a glamour. I was confused for a moment when you handed me the device. I have something in mind for you as well. Let me know when you're ready and I shall activate it for you. You're ready, are you? Let us have you don your costume at once. Good way of covering that nasty transition. Rabbit. Rabbit. Marvelous. There's not a child in the world that would fail to be delighted. It really does suit you. Now that you are suitably attired, I pray you go forth and promote our play to the children. Concentrate your efforts here, in the vicinity of the air cab station, and see that you make it fun. In the meantime, I shall continue my own preparations here. Should your costumes wear off, I shall provide you with another. Sounds good to me. All right. Now, I wonder if you get a different costume depending on what kind of character you're playing. A rabbit monster! You shall rue the day you crossed paths with this royal knight. Oh, please spare me, Mr. Royal Knight. There's going to be a play, and I've been tasked with telling you about it. There's going to be a play with knights and stuff? Mm-hmm. Come on, let's go and watch. We can ride the air cab later. Yeah, if we needed any more proof that this place is an amusement park, we have garbage and recycling bins. Like, with straight up, like, Disney-esque insignias and all that sort of stuff. Ah, look, it's a rabbit. Oh, what is it? Want to play with us, do you? I'd like to tell you about a play that's going to be happening soon. There's going to be a play about Queen Sphene? I want to see it. I want to see it. We'll head over to the castle right away. Thanks for telling us. Oh, hello there, Mr. Rabbit. What's the matter? Well, there's going to be a play soon, and you're invited. Oh, the play. I know about it. They sometimes have performances over at the castle. I've seen it before, so I was going to give it a miss. But if you say it's special this time, then alright, I'll go. This boy is listless. We must help him find a list. Or compile one, perhaps. Well, well, who should interrupt my air crab watching but a person in a silly costume? Let me guess, you're here to tell me about the play. Don't bother. I've seen it no less than 50 times already. Ah, but this one will be special. Otis is going to be performing as himself? Now that's a new twist on an old classic. Alright, alright. Just for that, I'm willing to see the play again. Oh, goodness gracious me. I've not had any caffeine yet today, so that's probably why I'm yawning. That or lingering effects from yesterday. Food coma was real. Thank you very much for the time in the Parawiggler. I hope you enjoyed. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Give me a moment. Water. Oh, I figured. Oh, are you here to look at Queen's Fiend too, Mr. Rabbit? That great big golden statue is exactly what she looks like. That's what my mom told me, and she's a scientist. My mom also told me that the terminal is a tomb. Her Majesty must watch over us, all of us from there. There's a play about her coming up soon. A play about the realm's founding. I love history. That sounds great. I'll let my mom know so that we can go and watch together. Thank you, Mr. Rabbit. Yeah. Alright, I'll come back for that after I get out of costume. Oh, these steps feel a lot longer going down than they did up. Or maybe it was just because I was talking the entire time. Who knows? You finished making your rounds? Excellent. I shall take the costume off your hands then. Fair enough. Thanks to the two of you promoting the play in my stead, I could memorize the lines to my satisfaction. I'm grateful beyond measure. Don't mention it. It was fun meeting endless children. Endless children? What an odd thing to say when we're endless ourselves. It's complicated. I'd explain it to you, but the play's due to start soon, isn't it? Aye, very soon. I must needs make my way to the venue and see to the final preparations. Let's talk later then. We'll be cheering you on from the crowd. By all means. But hold on. What would you say to performing in the play as well? Are you serious? Oh no, definitely not. I've never done anything like that, and I don't think I can learn lines on such short notice. Rest assured it won't be a difficult part. What I have in mind for the two of you is a little swordplay. A duel between Alexandrian and Lindblum soldiers. That is certain to please the children, and without the need for words. What do you think? Yeah? This Alexandrian knight is going to take you down. That keen, are you? Alright, you asked for it. Then it is settled. I shall prepare your costumes for you. You need but engage in a mock fight. While there isn't time for rehearsal, the little mistakes are all in good entertainment. With that, I shall go and inform the troop members of the changes. Pray make your way to Proto-Alexandria and await further instructions. That's the castle where the terminal is. When we shut it down, Yesterland and the Endless in it will also fade. So let's give them a show to remember. Of course. And we'll remember them too. Them and what it is that they seek to preserve through this celebration. And that's magical just looking at it. Like the altering colors underneath each step. So that as you ascend, you get to see like a little preview of those lights. There's so many little touches like that in theme park design. It's amazing. You never spot most of what goes on because most of it's meant not to be seen, to make it a more immersive world, you know? A more magical place. Not like Tahiti, if you know. Tahiti is a magical place. Look at the angry face on that outrunner. Oh my goodness. Well, no, okay, you didn't have to be angry with me. Ah. No, thank you. Hello, Circuit. Happy holidays. As you can see, I'm already dressed up and I've got the lights strung. So, you know, it's already been a good holiday. But, you know, we've got a tour coming up in, well, next week. So we'll be away for a couple weeks at the beginning of December, but we'll talk about that more at the Just Chatting at the end.
Well, this seems to be the right place. What's on the program, I wonder?
And where are the others, for that matter?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tonight's performance is a story that takes place long, long ago. A great conflict rages over precious electrope, and the kingdom of Alexandria has been embroiled in the chaos. When the royal capital comes under siege, the kingdom's valiant knights lay their lives on the line for their beloved Princess Sphene. I bid you keep your handkerchiefs at hand. Now, without further ado...
Oh, look at the little outfit.
Yeah, it's a royal knight!
Although, it would have been funny for them to actually just put me in my paladin outfit, which is the Garo armor.
I beg your pardon? What a twist!
Oh, unbelievable.
Really, Aaronville? We've been hanging out for how long and you think this is unbelievable? Oh goodness, the hat works most of the time except when I do that.
You must flee! All of you!
Oh, adorable.
Princess Sphene!
Are you unharmed?
Oh, I am, thanks to you, my dearest Otis.
My dearest?
Oh my.
And so, in no small part due to the valor of the royal knights, the kingdom succeeds in repelling the invaders. But their jubilation proves short-lived. For in mad defiance, the enemy unleashes a forbidden weapon which brings about a terrible calamity. Full many lose their lives. The
Trying to pick out what this guy's accent is supposed to be.
Shining vision of hope among them.
Giving poor Otis PTSD over here.
Go to her! You're supposed to go to her!
Yeah, give him a moment, my guy. He's having a war flashback.
What's happening?
Is it over already?
And then, though the people grieved their queen's tragic passing, guided by her legacy of compassion, oh boy, they, worked hand in hand to overcome an age of hardship, and in time, they built a peaceful and prosperous Alexandria. A new Alexandria.
It's a good one, look. I mean, good recovery, good recovery. Oh, poor Otis.
Pray forgive me. The memories. They had me in a vice grip.
All's well that ends well. I wouldn't dwell on it.
Yeah.
If I may ask, during your improvisation, you spoke of a new Alexandria. And so I'm given to wonder, do you hail from a time after mine own?
Oh, yeah. Well after.
We do. And we're living people, not endless.
My word! That I should meet the living in this place. There is another question I dread to speak aloud. A question I couldn't bring myself to pose to newcomers out of fear of the truth. Alexandria, does it still exist?
In a way, yes.
It does. It isn't quite the place you knew, but it endures. The descendants of your people walk its streets and live each day to the fullest as proud Alexandrians.
They live. We live. I had failed to protect my queen, but to hear that, it brings me a measure of peace.
You were there too, Otis. That is an incarnation of you.
Of me? That's absurd. But wait, something comes back to me. When they were researching a means to resurrect Her Majesty, memory preservation or some such, I volunteered to be a test subject. No. It is a fog I cannot pierce. But pray, tell me, this incarnation of myself, what was he like?
He was a brave soul who protected his queen to the last.
That's not all. He was a father in all but name to the new king, Gululja. Whatever you may have failed to do, you're the noblest of souls, Otis. And your deeds, your sacrifice, gave us hope that we sorely needed.
It is a miracle. Verily, there can be no other way to describe it.
It is. It really is. We bear the legacy of your other self, and we'd be glad to bear yours as well.
Oh, hello?
Have you seen any random rodents recently?
No. Were you messing with the mice again?
No.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Alright, get a count. I'll be there to help you soon. What Otis just said was, "My, what comfort you offer. With such dependable souls to take up my shield, I may rest easy indeed."
I beg you, watch over our new king. The war changed my queen. To her final moment, grief darkened her gentle countenance. I've not the honor of knowing Gululja, but I pray that for all his days, he shall have cause to smile.
We'll see to it he does, Otis. I swear.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna hit the snooze button and see if we can't avoid that commercial break for a little while longer. I'm sure they can count mice without me. And once this lands, the situation has been wrapped up, I'll take us back to the just chatting screen. And find a place to send you all off to, you know? Well, we're here. Are you having doubts? No, I'll do what I came to do. It's just, the fonder you are of someone, the harder it is to say farewell. If you're ready then I am too. Alright. Let me just say a word to those we met before here.
That night, he was the one who looked after Golulja.
Yep.
And now you follow in his footsteps.
And those of others as well.
Ah, that's life though, isn't it?
Know how much Sven's people loved her. How much they yearned for peace. All of this we'll carry with us.
Oh my. That's making the model sit rather strange, wasn't it? It's like waking up from a sweet dream to a bitter reality. But I'll never forget my time with the Endless, or the pain I feel now. We're more than memories stored in machines. So long as someone remembers us and carries on our legacy, we'll never truly fade away. And now we're at the level 100 quests. We're nearing the end, folks. So far, there appears to be no change with the Mesoterminal. So let's take the opportunity to visit another zone. A Sile volcano in the northeast. A place with a volcano, eh? I suppose we're using the zipline again? You know it. Like before, I'll take care of the guard at the Gate of Remembrance. Come, let's head back. Ugh. But that'll be a story for next time, folks. So, let's head back over to the Just Chatting screen and kind of talk about what we've seen here and get on over to that. Well, today's stream has been a little bit heavy as we're saying goodbye to the people of a world. Yeah, you've not been playing much. Just been logging in to maintain a house. It's a good game, just life left me not feeling like playing much. It's fair. If you've got the energy for it, there is a Mogtome event happening right now. So if you want some cool items, maybe jump in, do some dungeons and all that sort of fun stuff, but I totally get it. Life's really heavy right now, and especially this part of the story is, well, it's also very heavy. It's hard to say goodbye, but I don't know. It's one of those things that, like, if this kind of system could exist, it would be a miracle. It would. But there comes a point where you have to say goodbye, you know? And especially if preserving those who've already passed on comes at a cost to those who survive. Like, if it was money, if it was just a financial thing, that's nothing. You know, money is meaningless. It's a construct. But when that price is paid in the lives of those who are still living, that's too high of a price. Sad as that may be. But in any case, as I mentioned before, following this weekend, we've got the Tuesday stream on the 2nd, and then I'll be taking a break for a couple of weeks as I go on tour to entertain the variety of people who are taking time off for the holidays themselves, because there is no rest for the wicked. And sadly, money doesn't grow on trees, much as it is a construct that I feel should be meaningless. I gotta keep everyone fed, you know, and that means everyone. Everyone I can, anyway. So, and anyway, I hope you've enjoyed our stream today, weary travelers. I will be back tomorrow, and again on Tuesday, but tomorrow is going to be extra special. That's Saturday, November 29th. I'll be streaming alongside Toxin Memoria and Rekujira for a session of Peak. And let me give a shout out. Here's that shout out. Toxin Memoria. Bop. That is one of the people, and I'll have to wait a couple of moments for that to be done before I can also shout out Rekujira. This is the other person who's going to be joining me tomorrow. Like I said, we're going to be playing Peak because it is the 5th Saturday of the month, and for those of you who have joined us just recently, anytime there's a 5th Saturday in a month, we take a break from our usual tactics games to do something different. And, you know, Peak, it may be a bit of the flavor of the month, but it's a very, very fun game to me. And these are a couple of fine folks who I enjoy taking some time with. I haven't gotten to stream with them in quite a while, so it seemed like a great opportunity to do so. Definitely check out Toxin. They're a small bean, very adorable, absolutely obsessed with Dragon Quest, and knows a bunch about that. Plus all of the Xeno Chronicles and Xenogears and Xenosaga, all that sort of fun stuff. So definitely worth checking out if you're a fan of classic games like that. And then there's also Rekujira. Oh, I have to wait another 54 seconds before giving another shout out. I thought the timer was done. Okay, well, I'll schwitz for a little while longer about Toxin. Also a wonderful musician. Also, just a cutie patootie. And I did just a lovely person to be around. Occasionally shows up in our chat, and I hope that if he is here today, then I am embarrassing the hell out of them. And I'm going to snooze again because I don't want to go to another commercial, just to kind of bring it back in here. Let's try that shout out again. Another 14 seconds. Okay. Ooh, also, another good thing about Toxin, they make really great art and have been responsible for remaking their own model multiple times. And the current version of his model is absolutely adorable and gorgeous and handsome and all of these other things because of how many variations there are. The lore for Toxin is ridiculously deep. Definitely check out their stuff. And I'm starting to feel bad for Reku because I won't have to spend as much time schwitzing with them, so I won't get to offer him as many praises as I did with Toxin. And there's Rekujira's post. So he is a nice little Popoto streamer, i.e. a Lalafell streamer. Again, does a lot of his own model work. Fantastic pompadour, great style, huge, what's the term? Like bancho style. Very, very like Japanese high school. Not a bully, but like a tough guy who saves those who are weak and stands up to the bullies, that kind of style. That's all Rekujira. But does a lot of special events and does a lot of really cool redeems. I know the dunk tank comes out every time he does like a big event, so you can like spend points to dunk him in some water. It's very, very fun. But anyway, that'll be for tomorrow at the regular time in the regular place. I don't know if they're going to be streaming their sides of it. I hope they are. But yeah, those two will be joining me for some Peak. Will we finish it? I don't know, but we're gonna find out, you know? Until then, for more information about future streams, keep an eye on our Blue Sky at Come and Go Tavern for announcements and daily check-ins from the Come and Go. I've been your hostess, Sheela Ornthalis, and if you need to prop your feet up for a little while longer, we've got some more entertainment coming up soon via a raid. So let's take a look at the menu and see who's online right now. I think Reku's joined chat a couple of times as well, but he is significantly less embarrassable than Toxan is. Let's see. Okay, well, rare circumstance. There's not really anybody who I'm close enough to that I would feel, I don't want to say comfy sending you off to, but like I wouldn't feel embarrassed to be like, hi, hello, please take my my crowd. I don't know. There's that weird like parasocialness even on the side of VTubers ourselves. So in any case, I guess we're just gonna end stream here. And I hope you all have a lovely day, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. How about that? So, oh, you know what? No. I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna read out to Abinia. She is a fellow goblin, and does really fun stuff. At least in my opinion. So, have fun over at her stuff. And, yeah. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. So, ta-ta for now. Oh, maybe? Did that not work? Hello? Raid. Oh, you know, I just went and said, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna actually do the raid. And it's not working right now. Well. Bye-bye. All right, seriously though. Bye-bye. Bye. 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 Bye.